Well, hi there. This is Angelus, and welcome back to another one of my videos. And this one's for your kids. It's also for you adults. It's for your kids being financially literate or fiduciarily responsible. So I'm excited about this particular video because I really didn't believe I was going to be doing another one. I didn't expect this is the third out of a series of 3 videos. 2 I've already done. And again, I didn't even expect to do the first 2. So this is a surprise for me. I'm doing it because I've had a lot of friends with kids and colleagues in the industry telling me, listen, we took your suggestions from the last 2 videos, Angelus, and we want to get more information. And I'm like, why you want more information? Is it for you or for them? And they actually admitted, yeah, it's more for me. But to be honest, my children are responding positively to the suggestions that we took from your videos and gave to them. They're actually practicing them and learning stuff. And we want to give them more opportunities. We want to continue this learning process because obviously it's not being taught in any school or colleges. So I said, sure. So I'm going to keep it short because especially for kids, attention span is everything. And I want to get to the main issue of being financially literate or, fiduciarily responsible. It doesn't take a lot. It just takes time, little reading, maybe seeing some videos on the subject. Kids are primed for that. Their brains are already little sponges taking up and soaking up all kinds of information. So in ways, I wish I was a child again, learning this stuff, because the stuff that I know now, and I'm going to be a student to the day I leave this planet. I'm always learning something about this. I'm never going to stop learning. And I'm very proud that I can share this not only with my adult friends and colleagues in the industry, but with their children. What a legacy. So I wish I had this when I was a child. And if I could be a child again, this would be perfect education. So I'm going to suggest for you parents out there with kids under ages 10, to start them, wait till they're at least into 2nd or 3rd grade before you introduce this. They have more of a frontal lobe, so this is going to make more sense to them. But under 10, start them this way. This has helped me. This has helped my friends, my families. This has helped my clients. There's a popular book out there, and before I continue, I want to say I'm not affiliated with any of these books or products that I'm going to suggest right now. I don't get a penny off of them, but these are books that are actually well written. These are products that really teach intense education about finances in a very concise package. I mean, you can read or learn this stuff in one weekend or one afternoon if you spend a few hours reading or listening to an audio book version of this. So these have been instrumental in my education and my growing of this. And this is like the beginning. So this is like 101 on financial know-how, on financial wealth building, on being financially literate. So here goes. I suggest the first book I ever read on money or dealing with money is Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Very famous. I think it was written back in the 20s or 30s. At least it was being researched back in the 30s. Carnegie, he was the first known billionaire in the history of the United States. And he commissioned Napoleon Hill to go do a survey, which took years, I think decades. And in this survey, he was able to find out what makes people rich, especially since he was from another country, Ireland. He came to this country, he became a self-made billionaire, and people born in this country are still struggling paycheck to paycheck to the day they die. So he commissioned Napoleon Hill to go explore this. And Napoleon Hill came back and explained that there's 2 ways of thinking, 2 types of mindset, and financial responsibility, financial wealth, financial literacy is a mindset, not just a skill set. So with this mindset, it paved the way, the standard to how you can, by changing the way you think, by the way you perceive wealth, how you can become wealthy or stay poor. And back then, they didn't have middle class. It was very wealthy, very poor. So it was only 2 groups that learned. But middle class later on, same thing. It's a different mindset. So Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Another one of my favorite ones that was soon after I read Think and Grow Rich was Rich Dad, Poor Dad. It came out in 2000, 20 years ago or so. Instrumental. I recommend it all the time to people. In fact, it's by Robert Kiyosaki, and if you get this book and you don't get something out of it, I'll buy it off you. That's a guarantee. You heard me here. Just send me a message. Tell me, hey, this book didn't do anything for me. I'll buy it off you because I know a lot of people I want to give that as a gift to, and I'm still giving that as a gift to. So Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki, and it talks a lot. It'll teach your kids. There's about two different mindsets. The mindset of middle class, even upper middle class, and then the mindset of the very wealthy. And there is a big difference between them, and one is more successful than the other. And if you don't know what that one is, you should read the book. The other one is also by Robert Kiyosaki, but it's not a book. It is a game. It's called Cash Flow. I play cash flow with my clients, with my students, with my family. Think of it as the next step to Monopoly. In fact, if you have Monopoly in your house, throw it away. Get Cash Flow. It's just like Monopoly in every way possible, except it teaches you, well, Robert Kiyosaki did a great job. It actually teaches you real world financial wealth building techniques. It educates you as you play. And every time you play it, you get smarter and smarter. I've given this, besides educating you, it's a great way to bond with your children, with your family. It helps me bond with my friends and students and colleagues. So it's an excellent way just to pass the afternoon. You get an education, you get entertainment, you have a little wine, little lunch or dinner. It's great bonding. Create the rapport with people, get the game, play it, and you'll start to see how to apply the techniques in it, which are real world. They're not theoretical like you would get out of a textbook in college. I've given this cash flow game, and I play with it with some of my nephews, nieces, and my friends' children, godchildren. They all learned something from that, and to this day, this was years ago, they are implying techniques that they learned from that game. And I'm very proud of them all. So they're on their way to creating their financial wealth. And the way it looks, some of them are going to be retiring in a short period of time in their 30s. So, Cash Flow, get the game. The last book I would recommend, this is to help you actually program this wonderful brain that it's underutilized, especially in the educational system. Now, I'm not knocking the educational system if you're a teacher and you're a professor out there, but let's be honest, the educational system does not teach so much reality as it does theoretical. And it teaches you how to take tests, not as much to understand the material. You don't want to, for you teachers out there who really teach the stuff and say, I don't know if that's true. Well, tell me the truth. If you're a teacher out there, can you teach whatever you want? No. There's a curriculum. You're being told what to teach and how to teach it. And if anything else you want to add to it, you really cannot, unless you get in trouble, you get fired. So you want to train this beautiful brain how to think on a wealthy pattern, a different way of just what's getting you by. It's called Limitless by Jim Wick. Limitless by Jim Wick. Excellent book. Again, all these, you can buy one or get them all. I recommend get them all. It would be the best investment you ever had, especially cash flow. If you do nothing else, get the game Cash Flow. The minimal you're going to get out of it is a fun time with your family and friends. The maximum, well, who knows financially. So if you have any questions with anything I've said today, please let me know and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. If you like this video, then like the video. And better yet, subscribe to this channel. I look forward to talking to you soon. Have a great day. See you tomorrow.